Hello, fellow followers. Welcome back to FanZcene. Greg here, and today I have for you for the survival of physical media. That's right. What do I mean by for the survival of physical media? Here lately, I've seen tons and tons of articles being written, and I've even covered some on my channel about how Gen Z is starting to buy physical media and buy lots of DVDs, Blu-rays, old games, CDs, lots of CDs and vinyl and stuff like that. Yeah, they're really stepping up in the thing. And I'm reading those articles, and then here lately, I've also seen a lot of videos on the YouTube here from people who don't cover physical media from other channels, larger channels and stuff that are holding up like a DVD or a couple DVDs and saying it's time to go back to physical media and everything like that. And I'm thinking, this is all really great, right? It's really cool to see that the younger generation is going to physical media, that people are starting to get fed up with streaming services and want a physical copy of their favorites and stuff like that. But I don't want it to be just a flash in the pan, fad, right? And yes, streaming for the most part for the masses will always be where they go to. And if you really look at the streaming people streaming, as I've talked about on my channel, most of the people streaming are people, like 60 and older, maybe like 50 and older, because they're watching like Gunsmoke and all those older shows and stuff like that. And then like the most watched people streaming are little kids who are watching like Bluey or all those like kids movies and stuff. That's like the top of the top streaming. And there's people in between, like my age and everything that just stream here and there, because mostly it's just filler for those people. It's content, because everything's content. And I think that's one of the reasons why people are sort of fed up with streaming and want to go back to physical media. And that's why I hope people continue to go back for physical media, for the survival of physical media, right? And I've always said, buy your favorites on whatever format you like: CD, vinyl, Blu-ray, DVD, book, hardback, paperback, whatever format you like, and like that. And also, you don't have to go 4K if you don't want to go 4K. And yes, I could list tons and tons of problems. Like I've said this before, like I know there's so many, when I make these videos and stuff, I get comments saying, well, I can't do these still books because it's just too much money. I just want the movie. Everything is too priced. I can't, for these boutique labels. I don't get to them in time. They're scalpers. Yes, there are things within the physical media world where it can make it difficult. But I personally try not to harp on those. And if you are having trouble with those and collecting or buying physical media has become not so fun for you, take a step back, right? Take a step back, take a bit. You don't have to buy everything. You don't have to buy hundred thousands of all the physical copies in the world and everything. Just take a step back and everything. Take a minute. Breathe. You don't buy some stuff. Relax. Yes, I agree. The steelbook things, $45, $50 for a 4K steelbook, and that's the only way you can buy it. Ridiculous. I agree with that completely. I do think there are some stuff that we need to work out with physical media and everything, for so more people can get physical media. But at the moment, I'm happy to see people are buying physical media and coming back around to physical media. And once again, for the survival of physical media, I don't want it to just be a flash in the pan or a fad, because there is so much, the way our technology moves today. It's like we're trying to erase us with AI and content and algorithms and stuff. It's like we're trying to erase the humanness side of us. And I think with something tangible, something physical like physical media, it feels human. It feels right. It feels like it's something within our grasp, within our control. And it feels like it was something that was created, because it was created by humans. The entertainment, the music, the reading, the game. And I know with gaming is different, because it's like, everything's digital and gaming, but like the classic systems and stuff, you can tell it was created by humans. It feels real, feels tangible, because it is tangible and physical, right? So that's why I always say buy your favorite. Buy your favorites. Look, I got Star Trek Wrath of Khan, this book, right? Great book. Buy your books, hardback, paperback, whatever suits you. CDs, I love CDs. I still buy CDs this day. Look, this is from Dusk Town soundtrack, right? The CD soundtrack. Awesome. Still works. Had it for years. I buy brand new music and everything. Well, not brand new music. It's like classic music that I love from like the 80s and 90s and stuff like that. Or soundtracks of movies. I buy that. Great Blu-rays. Of course, Blu-rays, right? I still buy Blu-rays. No problem. Sometimes, it's the best way to go, And then also, I still buy DVDs. Like this movie doesn't even have a Blu-ray. Best of the best. It doesn't even have a Blu-ray here in America. So I have the DVD. I love the best of the best movie. It's great. It's great. DVD still plays, I'll still watch it. I don't care about the quality on that, because as long as I can see the movie and have the movie, yeah, I want a Blu-ray. Yeah, I would like a 4K, but as long as I can see and watch the movie and have it on a physical copy, it's great. I love it. And then also, I just recently got John Carpenter's In the Mouth of Madness by Arrow, and I brought this one on because this is a 4K set, and I brought this on for a reason, right? That I wanted to share, because this movie, for us horror fans, and if you're a horror fan or John Carpenter fan and you want to get this movie, but you don't want to pay, the $30-40 that this 4K is to get the swag, the book, the poster, and everything, right? Or you don't want even 4K because your 4K freezes on you or something. You can never get it to work. Yeah, I completely get those. I get that. This movie is still readily available on a DVD for very cheap. I didn't look up the DVD price, but I know the Blu-ray, you can get the Blu-ray, and I know it's been released by Shout Factory, Scream Factory, and Arrow, but it's also been released by its original company, I believe was Warner Brothers. Yes, Warner. I almost said wanted to say Universal, but it was Warner Brothers. But Warner Brothers has released a Blu-ray of this, and that Blu-ray is still $9.99. It's still only $9.99 to buy that Blu-ray. Right, so it's still very readily available and everything. So if you don't want this 4K, I'm a collector, right? So I'm a collector, and I will upgrade my titles. And if I have the money, I will buy something like this or a steelbook or something that I want, and that I will buy. But to people watching, because I know that everybody that watches these videos are not always going to be a collector. Yes, my main audience are collectors and horror fans and genre fans and stuff like that and everything. And they more than likely bought one of these themselves or are going to buy one of these themselves. But I'm trying to reach, because like there's articles I read and there's videos of those people that don't cover physical media have a much larger following than I do and can make a video and get like 100,000 views and talk to people about physical media. That is awesome. That's great. I'm glad they're doing that. But I hope that some of those people trickle down to people like me and other collectors and here, okay, yes, you're back into physical media. You want to get into physical media. There's companies, boutique labels and stuff where you can get 4Ks, but there's also still places where you can get DVDs. Thrift stores, secondhand stores are incredible places to start off your physical media collection and buy your DVDs, Blu-rays, VHSs, and whatnot like that. Yes, there will be sets of problems where maybe you can't find movies all the time, where you can't find CDs all the time or games all the time, but don't let that deter you. Just at least try to get into what you like and everything like that, and understand that physical media is here to stay as long as we keep our wallets on. What I'm trying to say is, like, you got to buy physical media if you want it to stay. That's like one of the big things. You use your money, you buy physical media, because that shows them what you want. Because most of these companies, all these companies, only care about is their money, their bottom line. And if you're fed up with streaming and you want to get rid of streaming, or you want to make a statement to streaming because their content is not fun and entertainment, you don't want to see AI, you don't want to see commercials, you don't want price hikes, you want, maybe there's something on streaming you saw that's only exclusive to streaming that you want a physical copy of, the best way to speak to them is with your money and cancel their services. If you want to cancel those services, buy physical media or make videos or stuff like I'm doing to show you them that, hey, not everybody succumbs to what you've put out there in the way of streaming content, AI, algorithms, slop, garbage. Some of us still prefer physical media, want to understand physical media, want something that maybe we saw on one of your streaming services for the people that watch, and want it on a physical copy. And the best way to speak up, I really would love to watch Frankenstein, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, but I'm not paying for Netflix. I absolutely cannot stand, I loathe Netflix, and it hurts me so much to see Guillermo del Toro had made a deal with Netflix with his stances on physical media and theatrical to put his movie on Netflix. But hopefully that does get a physical media release, because that's the only way I'm going to see it. It wasn't in a theater near me, so I didn't get to go to the theater. So if it comes out on a physical copy, I will buy it. But until then, I am good with physical copies I have, and I will continue to buy physical media and help physical media survive. Let me know your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. And if you liked what you saw here, maybe consider hitting that like button or subscribing, hitting that bell for notifications. That'd be awesome if you're in your guys' subscriptions, or possibly share this video out for everybody to see, or join and become a channel member, because that would help out my channel immensely. Thank you, and shout out to all my channel members. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for being channel members here and for all of your support. And to everybody watching, whether you like me, hated me, or liked this video, or hated this video, I thank you for sticking this long. Wherever y'all are, please have a great, safe, happy, healthy day, evening, and night. Always support physical media, because it truly is the superior format. Now, more than ever. Godspeed.